Queen's Landing. We're in Queen's Landing with the young folks. I'm your host, Melissa, with my co-host, Gabby, and our fabulous guest, Yasmin. She's a writer at the Young Folks. And we're going to discuss Game of Thrones Episode 3, Oathbreaker. And let's talk about it, guys. Did we like this episode, or did we not? I did not like this episode.
Really?
It's more about my frustration. Because, I mean, I get it that it's the kind of show that the bad guys always lose, but I'm sorry, but how many times are you going to beat down my Starks? I'm getting over it. It's season 6. I'm just up to here with it. I feel like I'm never going to get a reunion. I'm never going to see some retribution. I'm just very upset.
I know, and they brought the Stark that we all forgot about. Just like, oh my god, there's another one. I forgot about him.
When they showed the head of the wolf. I'm an animal person, and that really upset me.
It really did.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just like, oh, it's Rickon, and I go prove it, and I'm like, no, they're gonna show the dead dire wolf, and I'm not gonna be happy. And they did. But yeah, I agree with you there. Like, the Starks just get so much shit, and it's kind of tiresome. And I mean, but I think it's leading up to a turnaround. I think they're gonna come back this season. I mean, like, Jon left. I mean, his watch has ended, and
where the hell is he going?
He's gonna. I don't know. I mean,
I think he's going to the north. I think he's gonna go fight for the north.
But the thing is, he doesn't know that Ramsay has Winterfell, right? Does he or not?
He knows that someone took over Winterfell, so he's going to go fight for it.
Okay, so he's up to date that some assholes have Winterfell. Okay.
Because Stannis told him, I think.
Okay. And let's talk about these Umbers, House Umbers. I thought they were supposed to be fiercely loyal to the Starks. And then they just give up, and then they give up Rickon Stark like that. And just because Jon Snow is joining forces with the Wildlings, too many people are pressed about Jon Snow and the Wildlings. I'm sorry. There are bigger things that people need to care about.
Yeah.
About these ice zombies.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about those. I'm starting to wonder, like, when are those going to be a threat again? Like, when are we going to hear more about the White Walkers? Because they were a huge deal, like, last season. Especially since we kind of know how to kill them with the Valyrian steel. Exactly. But there's only one of those left, so...
They always seemed like a big looming threat, and we always get tastes of them, but we never, like... I mean... It never has gotten, like, where it's like, oh, shit, like, this is going to be, like, Walking Dead style kind of a problem.
Because everyone thinks they're a myth. Everyone thinks they died off thousands of years ago. Except...
But how about all of the Night's Watch people that fought with Jon, that fought with a whole bunch of wildlings to beat the White Walkers, and then they saw some wildlings turn into White Walkers? How come nobody's talking about this? I'm so confused. How does the news get around this place besides a raven?
Yeah. Good question. I guess they have bigger things to think about than to think of a raven to the other side. They haven't gotten that far yet. They've only come to, like, the north and the snow side. Like,
well, I think it's, like, sort of realistic for communities to be, like, overly concerned with their own kind of prejudices, and I think that's kind of like an example here.
Then, like, the bigger picture, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like...
I could see that.
I mean, I just think that's what it is, like this, I guess, with maybe centuries old, feeling of hating these people, and they just can't get over it, and I mean, then there's Jon, who's like, they're gonna help us fight these zombies, White Walkers that are gonna kill us. So,
yeah, exactly. And now, what's worse, again, for no more Stark reunions, it seems like he leaves the castle before Sansa gets there. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna get my Stark reunion. I'm just not gonna get my Stark reunion.
I'm praying that, like, maybe they'll bump into each other on the way there, even though that's so unlikely because it's Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
So unlikely.
No, they just missed each other. Like, I saw that in the preview too, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, he just left. Like, go back.
It's so frustrating. I'm so frustrated.
I know, just like when you think there's going to be a reunion or something good happens, it just
Yeah,
pulls a
it just
180, you
doesn't
know?
happen.
I have a feeling that Arya is going to be the first one to reunite with one of them, but she has given up who she is, apparently. I mean, do you guys think she has?
I'm so torn. I just feel like since she's so stubborn, I don't see how she could ever be no one. I mean, she has that deathlight that she recites every single night for a reason. She has a lot of people
Yeah.
that's done her wrong. I just don't know. I think maybe she wants to be no one, but I think something's gonna happen that's gonna kind of cajole her, and she's gonna be, oh wait, I'm Arya Stark. Let me get Needle and kill someone. I don't know.
Yeah, because she did hide her sword. She didn't throw it away like
Exactly.
Jaqen wanted her to do. So I
Yeah.
think if she comes across someone big, like on her list, like Gregor or Cersei, she would revert back to herself. I totally think she would.
I, I think so too. How about you, Gabby?
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on that too. I mean, I want to say like she hasn't given up her identity because she was so, I mean, it was such a big part of her and so important to her being a
Hmm.
Stark and who she is. So I feel like she's just going through these motions just to get through this assassin training program that she's in. And, and then like I mean, but again, I think like you said, there's gonna have to be something big that's gonna jolt her out of that mindset and that funk to make her realize like, oh shit, I'm Arya Stark. You know, I see Cersei. I want to kill her.
Yeah, like maybe she gets sent out on her first assignment somewhere that's not in Bravos, and then she sees somebody on her list, and then she'll remember that I'm Arya Stark, and I'm gonna go, kill some people.
Yeah.
I'm always Team Vengeance. I don't know what that says about my psyche, but that's what I would want to see.
So you were totally okay when John just swung the sword.
Oh my goodness! Oh, let's talk
I am
about
beyond
this.
okay with that. I am beyond
Let's talk
okay with
about this.
that.
Yeah, me
even
too.
though even though I was in the very minority group that was like a Ollie sympathizer, don't kill me, internet. I was happy that he went through with this. I was kind of worried that he wouldn't go through with it because he's like an honorable Stark, but I mean they did murder him for goodness sake. So I was very, very happy that he ended up going through with it, even with the kid. And they said no words to each other. They just give each other this look, and John swung that sword. He swung Longclaw, and they all died. I loved that scene. That was one of the highlights.
Yeah, I just love that tension between them because, John, like, was so close with Ollie, he was his assistant. He just wanted to be like a father figure to him, I think. And then just to have that turn around on him, just, it hurts. It hurts,
Yeah.
like
Even
probably.
when he was telling Davos what he remembered, and then he mentioned Ollie, he kind of broke down,
Yeah.
which surprised me because I was like, oh, he seems like he's Jon Snow. Okay, he's not a bad zombie. This is good. So he kind of broke down when he mentioned Ollie's name, but he still ended up killing him too, which
Yeah.
is a big step, which is quite a change in him because I feel like in past seasons he couldn't bring himself to kind of kill people, like with Ygritte, who was a wildling. Even before he had a relationship with her, he couldn't bring himself to kill this person that he didn't know. And then now seeing him in this season 6, he's died and come back, and he's able to do these types of things, which is killing people who killed him.
Well, it
Yeah.
kind of actually reminded me of that of one of the first scenes in the whole series when Ned is you know showing them they have to punish someone and swing that sword and how reluctant they all were to like kind of participate in something like that. And I
Hmm.
instantly thought of that when he was walking towards the rope and then he just swung it like I don't know. I feel so bad for John. I think he's in a really tough place, and I'm kind of curious to see what this torment, does to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna have to kill someone even closer to him, like later on, like maybe I don't know. I can't think of it on the top of my head, but I think he's just gonna have to do it again, and it's just gonna tear him apart like even more.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting journey for him. And I love how Davos is really like his um right-hand man right now. He's so Team Jon Snow.
Davos is the man right now. He's just the greatest like dad ever. He's just like carrying him like down the stairs, like holding on to him. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
I know. Which brings the question. Even though it's awesome, I just wonder why he feels kind of so attached and so loyal to Jon Snow. You know, did I miss something? I don't know. I mean, it's great, but I don't know why he's so put upon about bringing Jon Snow back and giving him advice and.
Well, Davos did lose all of his sons, like, during, like, war. So probably to have this guy, like so close to him, he probably thinks he's like another son to him, especially since he lost all of his kids. So he probably wants to put that fatherly, like, love onto somebody.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I also think he admires Jon Snow in a way that he never really did with Stannis so much. I think he instantly saw something in his character, just the way how he was handling the whole Night's Watch situation and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I just feel like Davos is really good into reading into people. I mean, that's one thing we've learned about him instantly throughout, the series.
Mm-hmm.
So he got this really genuine, good-hearted, and courageous read off of Jon, and I think that stuck with him. Plus, on top of the fact that he lost all his sons, and he sees this young man, and he wants to guide him. He wants to help him, achieve and be someone, because that kingdom needs someone good.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So he'll probably leave with Davos and the Red Woman, Melisandre.
Yeah, probably. There's no reason for Davos really to be there anymore. Same with Melisandre. But where are they going is the big question, especially if he has Davos with him. So
I know.
I mean, it seems like the next big thing would be to go back to Winterfell, and I think we touched upon this earlier. I don't know where else he would go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Home, Winterfell would be anyone's, I guess, best guess. Mm-hmm. And we also saw Daenerys this episode with the Dosh Khaleen finally. What do you think is going to happen there?
I really don't know, honestly. There's definitely going to be some tension because, she's definitely not used to this kind of, like, lifestyle. She'll probably do what she does best and sets them free somehow. I can just imagine that happening.
So the priestess who's kind of the head of the Dosh Khaleen, she had mentioned that Dany's going to either join the Dosh Khaleen or something else is going to happen to her. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it was like because she didn't report there right away after Khal Drogo died. She's probably like she could be left at the mercy of the other cows. I don't know. That's what my understanding of it, but I'm not quite sure if I.
Yeah, they didn't brush up on it too well, so they kind of like left it open.
Yeah, I was a little unclear on that because I thought that they were just gonna leave her at Dosh Khaleen, but it seems like she has some sort of like trial awaiting her.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it seems like in the next episode, the two guys, I always forget their names. I'm so bad.
Jorah and Daria.
Yeah, those two guys. They're probably. I think they're gonna try to, rescue her before, whatever else is the other option is gonna happen to her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's like a ticking time bomb too in Marine. Like she has to get back there. I mean.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing that we found out who's leading the Harpies, which is basically all of the slavers from the other cities that she sacked, basically.
Yeah. Pretty much, which did not surprise me at all.
I thought it would be someone bigger, I feel like, not just like a whole bunch of people. I don't know. Like I thought it was going to be somebody that we haven't seen before or that we've heard of. I don't know. But it makes sense. I mean, they're pissed off that she messed up their business, so they're going to overthrow her.
I definitely think it makes sense. I mean, I always had a feeling a lot of her decisions in the beginning were going to come back and bite her in the ass. And, no, I mean, really, And they are finally, and I think this is gonna be the real test for her to see. I mean, if she can handle this shit, because if she can't get the throne.
I don't even know how she's gonna begin to resolve this. At this point, I feel like, to me, all that she can do is leave Slaver's Bay as it is, even though that sucks because I guess, slaves will go back into chains. Because she's trying to get a Westeros. When is that gonna happen? She can't rule both continents.
Well, I'm thinking Tyrion is definitely gonna like do something about that. And since he's so buddy like with the dragons now, he definitely has that as a weapon if they don't want to comply.
Yeah, he could set the dragons out and then burn the masters, suppose. I don't know.
Well, Tyrion's a clever dude. I have a feeling he's gonna him and Varys, they're not, people to be trifled with. I think they're gonna think themselves out of the situation, and I don't know. I feel like it will be in a way where it won't be completely perfect, but if we get them out of that shit and onto the next big thing, which is probably King's Landing or Westeros in general.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just not going to happen until the series finale. Because now they need to find ships as well.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I know. They're doing a great job of dragging things out pretty slowly.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of dragging things out, we still did not get confirmation of R plus L equals J. And am I the only person who heard a baby in the tower, or did you guys hear it too?
I thought she was screaming like she was giving birth. I thought I heard like she was giving birth.
I thought I heard a baby cry. I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah. It was just like really funny when Max Vaughn see it out, gets in front of him, was like, no, not now. And I was like, God damn it, no, let him go.
Another
don't milk
frustrating point in the episode. It's what I'm waiting for. Jon Snow's parents. Just let us know. Yeah. Let us know. Let us know.
Well, I definitely think they're going to let us know this season, maybe even the next couple episodes, because everything Bran sees is leading up to it. I mean, he was literally steps away from confirmation that of this huge fan theory, and it just sucked that Max von Sydow had to do that to us.
I know.
I'm so bad at names in the show.
I call him Three-Eyed Raven. I don't even know the actor's name. You're better than I am.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really cool seeing a young Ned Stark fighting off some Targaryen soldiers. That was cool.
No. And they cast him pretty well too. I was like, wow, good job, casting director. He looks like Sean Bean.
And I was like, it's baby Ned. It's just weird. But I mean, I also kind of liked how they showed that it wasn't quite how Bran was told it had happened. It was a more of a vicious, not very noble fight, but necessary fight, I guess.
Yeah, it was necessary for him to live. Yeah. So what else happened in this episode?
Sam. We saw Sam again. He was very.
Oh, that's right. Sam's on his way with his seasickness. On his way to Old Town to study. Oh no, wait. He's going first to his home to drop off his lady friend, Gilly. And Gilly and
baby
Sam. Yes, yes.
And it's going to be interesting seeing that, seeing where he lives. I forgot the name of his town or his house, but because his dad doesn't like him, no one really likes him in his family. So seeing that tension is going to be interesting to say the least. Especially, I wonder if they know what Gilly is, if that she's a wildling, and she has this kid out of wedlock. So I wonder how they're actually going to treat her.
Father, sort of.
He might have to lie and say something else about her.
Yeah. I think that was everything, right? Because I mean.
Yeah. So Bran, Rickon, so upset.
Oh, poor
I'm just
Rickon.
wondering. It's just so weird to see how much he grew, because I always thought of him as like that baby, and I was like, oh my god, he actually grew up.
Yeah, he's
He's
like
like
a
a teenager.
teenager now. I mean, like, how much time has passed since the beginning of the
That's what I
show?
was gonna ask. Like, I remember Bran sent Rickon away to the Umbers because he said you'll be safe there because they're loyal to the Starks. So you're telling me that he stayed there for years, and then the Umbers are like, actually, we're gonna give you away.
Yeah, yeah, I'm wondering that, like myself. Yeah, because it wouldn't have taken that long. Or
That's
like
what
maybe did they just like camp out and then they just go there? Or
I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I I think that I think he's just one of those things that you gotta like suspend disbelief and just like kind of go with it. And I mean, because if you really technically do a timeline, I mean, yeah, he wouldn't have grown that fast. And same thing with Bran. I mean, Bran looks a lot older than when we
Yeah.
saw him 2 seasons ago.
or
So,
maybe it's because Ramsay Bolton is there and he knows that he killed like his father and he respects Ramsay more. So now he's willing to go to the side of Ramsay Bolton instead of Roose Bolton.
that make yeah, I mean, he did say that. Like, he
Yeah.
respected him for doing that,
Hmm.
which is really, yeah, I mean, they must, I mean, is Ramsay's true nature not really well known along the north, or is it just, or is it known and they just don't care?
No, I think they know he's batshit crazy. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, because he raided a lot of the North, and at least, yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they know how crazy he is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was just kind of a thing I was wondering. And I mean, I guess also too is just like kind of how badly things have gone for the Starks. I mean, it's almost like how are you loyal to a family that doesn't even exist anymore? I mean, to most people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because as far as they know, all of the heads have been killed. Like the dad, the mom, the older brother.
Hmm. Yeah.
The the, the rest of the kids, and
Yeah.
like Sansa's missing, so they need another Stark. And look, they just happen to have one at the Umpers.
Oh yeah, traded Sansa with Rickon.
Hmm.
Another star.
So then what is he gonna do at Rickon? Is he gonna like leverage him to kind of gain more traction in the north or
I
what?
think so.
I mean, I guess
I
that would
think.
be the only game plan he'd have, or I mean, I don't know. I just think I think Ramsey is. I hope he ends soon. I'm just done with him.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
Yeah.
Bastard Bowl is going to happen.
Oh my goodness. I hope so. I just feel like who is gonna be in John's army? Because he left the Night's Watch. I mean, I guess the Wildlings would be his army.
Yeah, I think the
But then,
Wildlings would follow him.
but then I feel like wouldn't Ramsay have more men? Because he has his men now. He's gonna have Karstarks now. He's gonna have the Umbers. I just feel like John is severely outnumbered. I'm worried for my Starks as usual.
Yeah, but Jon
Yeah.
Snow's like partly magic now.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
kind of a big deal.
I think it
Well, that's
he's
true.
a dog.
He has Melisandre, so maybe she can birth another shadow demon baby. Hopefully.
Yeah, and just like
Yeah.
kill Ramsey in a very brutal way.
Yeah, let's hope so. As brutal as it was for Joffrey, it's got to be twice as brutal for Ramsay.
I definitely see Ramsay's death by the end of the season at least, for sure.
It's definitely building up. It's definitely building up to it. I'm guessing Ramsay will be dead by the end of the season, and then maybe their focus will go on the White Walkers for the last 13 episodes.
Yeah, which will probably be like a season 7A and then 7B probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes
At this point, I just want to see some White Walkers demolish everything because none of my Starks are winning, so I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, yeah. By the end of this season, they might just all be gone. Who knows? Or just by the end of the series, no more Starks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you guys want to get into some segments?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, if you're first tuning into the show, our segments are as followed. We are naming our Reek of the Week. The Reek of the Week is usually a person that we're disappointed in. We don't want to kill them off yet, but we're just kind of sick of their shit. And we want to go ahead and name our Reek of the Week. So, go ahead, Gabby. Name me your Reek of the Week.
My Reek of the Week is Ramsay again. No, wait, this is the person you redeemed, so shit. I'm sorry.
Maybe the Umbers and the Karstarks?
Yeah, I hope they change their mind. I mean, yeah, I can't really think of someone. I mean, I guess the Umbers, yeah, just for giving into Rickon and like giving Rickon away. I hope they kind of see that they err in their ways, and I hope maybe Jon Snow or Sansa or whoever comes back and really, kind of brings some retribution back to the family.
Yes.
And I hope they join in on that. So yeah, that one guy who delivered Rickon is my Reek of the Week.
Yes. My Reek of the Week is Tommen, because he continues to be manipulated by either the High Sparrow or his mom. That's all I can say. He needs to grow up here and be a king, be his own person. He kind of tried. He took his soldiers to the High Sparrow and made his demands, but he still didn't make it happen. So he's my Reek of the Week.
Same here. Tommen is just continuing to disappoint me with his doormat personality. It made me so sad when I saw him like so vigilant and resting like this guy, and then all of a sudden he's like sitting down with him. I was like, oh yeah, I see your point. Okay, I was like, really? Just arrest him, please.
Alrighty, in our next segment we have our lady or Lord Commander of this episode. For this segment, we basically pick the MVP of this episode. This means this person that we thought owned the episode, who had the best moments, best scenes. And yeah, that is the lady and Lord Commander of the episode. And for me, for my pick, I picked Jon Snow as the Lord Commander himself. Well, former commander himself. He's my commander of this episode because he was a boss. He killed the people who did kill him. I loved it. He didn't back down. He didn't even back down at Ollie, the kid that he tried to kind of mentor and kind of father. He looked into his eyes and he still did his duty. He still had his own little retribution. But it was not only retribution, they deserved it. They tried to kill their Lord Commander. They broke their oaths. They deserved it. They were hanged. So he is my Lord Commander of this episode.
Okay. My Lord Commander is Varys. I think he was. I don't know. I like when he schemes, and
he's so creepy. He's so creepy.
He's so creepy. I mean, he's just like, he's just. I don't know. I think he's great, and I mean, I think he is like Tyrion's other better half. I mean, I don't know, and I just kind of like to see him playing the game and, working his abilities to get what they need. So he's my Lord Commander of the Week.
If Varys and Tyrion had a spin-off show, I would watch the hell out of that.
Yes.
That would be the greatest thing ever. They're literally like one of my favorite parts. I just love the chemistry that they have. It's so great.
It's very comedic too, so.
It really is. They added a lot more comedy this season, I noticed. Which is good, because it's really good for Tyrion and Varys. Okay, mine is Jon Snow again, because if anything, he realized what everyone did to him. Like these were like his brothers. Like Ollie was someone that he was like a father figure to, and just to see their faces, right about as he's about to kill him, was just like really heartbreaking, because he's just like, why would you do this and everything. And even he had some tension, just like his father did when he was about to cut the rope that killed him. And that epic mic drop, at the end. My watch has ended.
My watch has ended.
Credits.
Oh, I love that.
And credits.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. It's that I'm walking away. I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah, it was great.
He was like, I'm tired of your shit, people. I loved it.
I just love seeing his face.
Moving on to our next segment, we have our Swing the Sword. This is where we bring out our ruthlessness. Our Swing the Sword is somebody we wish to die, that we want to kill with our own swords, and we have actually named our swords. I named my sword Dawn, and I would swing my sword at the Umber guy because he's a traitor. He's supposed to be loyal to House Stark, and what does he do? He turns in Rickon and also kills the direwolf and just serves it up to Ramsay like it's all good, like it's a gift. Think about how traumatizing that is to lose Shaggy Dog, okay, because that was the direwolf's name. Think about how traumatizing that was for Rickon. So he is on my Swing the Sword list, on my little Arya list, I like to call it. Yes.
This week, the High Sparrow is on my Swing the Sword list, and my sword's name is Jeremiah after the singer that the guy who plays Jaime Lannister sings in the Apple TV commercial. I always feel stupid when I give that explanation. Anyway, the High Sparrow needs to die. I'm just sick of him. Like, sick of him. And he's just annoying and, like, I mean, as much as I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the Lannisters, I do get annoyed that they're in their way of being bad, because that's what makes them fun to watch, is how bad they are. So, I'm done with the High Sparrow. I hope he gets ousted by the end of the season, and that his, like, army of religious weird men, all go down with him.
Yeah. I love how last week, the High Sparrow was on my disappointed list, but now he's eventually got up to like, okay, we need to kill him now. He's on my kill list too, just because he knows that he's manipulating this little kid who is the king just to get like what he wants, and there's just no stopping him like right now. Like, I don't even care if it's Cersei or Jaime who kills him. That religious cult just needs to go. It's done.
And your sword's name?
Ballbuster.
Just in case we have first-time viewers, we like to always rename our swords. I mean, not rename, but always reiterate our swords' names. And do you guys have any green sight for the next episode, or for a certain character or storyline? Any green sight? The green sight is usually how we're going to predict a character or a storyline, and I guess we kind of touched upon it already before. Hopefully seeing a bastard bowl between Ramsay and Jon Snow. And it looks like Jon and Sansa are not going to meet. He leaves, he dips out, drops the mic, and just as she enters Castle Black, it's a major disappointment for me. Because I'm just, more than anything, I just want to see a Stark reunion. I don't care if it's on the throne. I just want to see a Stark reunion.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I think that's one big thing that we're all waiting for. And, yeah, I mean, we need that reunion, and I really hope it happens this season finally, because I feel like we've been teased of it like for so long. And
heartbroken enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think we're at our wit's end here. They got to do it.
Yeah.
I think one other thing I had in mind was that I also tweeted this earlier, that I really think Davos is going to be the MVP of the season. I think he is going to guide Jon into really becoming this leader that he's meant to be. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be all because of him and the support he gives them and the guidance. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see this season.
Yeah, major points for Davos this season. # Team Davos.
Yeah, seriously. He's definitely going to be that light and that guidance for Jon, and probably like Melisandre too, because he helped like Melisandre like get her faith back and believe in herself. So I think he's just going to like continue being that kind of like morality, which means he's obviously going to die at one point. So let's hope not.
Let's cross our fingers and our toes.
Okay, well, I mean, I think we kind of covered everything. And what do you think it was the big question that that episode ended with? Like, where is John going? Because I think.
Yeah, I want to know where the hell he's going.
Yeah.
What I want to know if he has a plan. I have so many questions for that because he's always been really loyal and devoted and wanting to find his place in the world because he's always been a bastard and always feeling like the outcast. And now he was outcasted sort of at his at Castle Black when his brothers murdered him. So it's interesting. I feel like now he's truly really lost. He probably has no answers to anything right now. So it's going to be a really interesting journey to see him go through. So I'm really curious what his mindset is, where he's going to go, what is he thinking.
Definitely. And yeah, we want, anyone who's watching to let us know where you think John is going, what he's going to be up to this season. And you can either leave a comment or tweet at us at TYF Official, and we would be happy to discuss our own theories with you even further.
Yes, and if you like this video, make sure you like it, you subscribe, and you share it with your friends, and you leave us your theories. I love reading theories, so please leave us your answers and your theories in the comments, and tune in with us next week. I'm so excited, even though I'm disappointed.
I didn't think the episode was that bad. I liked it. Slower.
No, yeah, it's more of my own personal thing, because as I said, I'm just tired of seeing the Starks being shitted on over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and thanks, Yasmin, for joining us this week.
No problem. Love to be here.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So
Alrighty, guys.
next week.
Peace out.
Bye.